Hello guys, in this video we are going to discuss about the detailed mechanism of the reduction of several organic carbonyl compounds by lithium aluminum hydride. So if we first consider an aldehyde or a ketone compound, then the reduction by lithium aluminum hydride will provide the corresponding primary as well as the secondary alcohols. So here basically, as you can see, these particular carbonyl centers will be attacked by the hydride from lithium aluminum hydride compound. So now let us consider the detailed mechanism. Since these two compounds are basically of same character, only the difference is here is a hydrogen atom and here is an R group. So I will basically take the aldehyde because the mechanism will be same in both the cases. So initially what will happen, the oxygen lone pair will undergo Lewis acid-base interaction with the lithium cation of lithium aluminum hydride, and thereby this particular intermediate will form where the carbon oxygen double bond is basically activated. If you look carefully, then you can see that this particular unit positive charge is now distributed over oxygen as well as lithium center, because what is happening here, oxygen is giving its electron cloud to lithium, that's why it will possess a del plus character, as well as lithium is taking some electron cloud, so its electron density will also increase, and that's why its unit positive charge will now become a partially positive charge, right? So now this activated double bond will be attacked by a hydride from the aluminum hydride counter anion, and thereby an alkoxide will form and an alane will form as well. So as you know, here aluminum is possessing basically a vacant 3p orbital, and that's why it is a very strong Lewis acid. So in the next step what will happen, this oxygen negative center will immediately attack this aluminum center, and thereby this particular species will form. Right. So it is a new lithium aluminum hydride derivative where one hydrogen atom is basically substituted by one alkoxy group. In the same way, this particular aluminum hydride derivative will donate its remaining hydride to 3 aldehyde molecules. In the same way, the mechanism will be exactly same. It will definitely produce another lithium aluminum hydride derivative where now 2 hydrogen atoms will be substituted by 2 alkoxy groups, right? So here will be a negative charge, here will be also a negative charge, and like that another 2 molecules of aldehyde will react with this particular lithium aluminum hydride derivative, and finally this particular compound will form in the reaction medium. So all the hydrogen atoms will be basically replaced by alkoxy groups. So this will be the final product of the reduction. So now what we have to do, we have to just simply perform a aqueous workup. 4 molecules of water will react and it will produce 1 molecule of lithium hydroxide, 1 molecule of aluminum hydroxide, and 4 molecules of our desired alcohol, right? So now you can clearly understand what is the mechanism of the reduction of a carbonyl compound, mainly an aldehyde and a ketone compound by lithium aluminum hydride. This particular hydrogen atom is coming from the aluminum hydride part, and this hydrogen atom will come from the water molecule after the aqueous workup. So now if we quickly look at the stoichiometry of the lithium aluminum hydride required, then we can easily understand only 1 molecule of lithium aluminum hydride is reducing 4 molecules of aldehyde and thereby producing 4 molecules of this particular alcohol. So we will need 1 mole of aldehyde or ketone and 0.25 mole of lithium aluminum hydride. That is the ratio. It is 1, it is 4, 1:4. So now let us consider the mechanism of the reduction of ester compounds. This is an ester molecule. The first step will be exactly same as in case of ketone or aldehyde compound, that is lithium will undergo a Lewis acid base type of interaction and it will produce this particular intermediate, and then aluminum will donate a hydride which will basically react this activated carbonyl center, and this will produce this particular alkoxide. During the process an alane will form, and as you know this particular alane will undergo a reaction with the alkoxide just formed and it will produce this particular compound, right? So after that what will happen, this particular aluminium oxygen bond will go over here, form a carbon oxygen double bond, and this particular alkoxide will eliminate from the system, and this will generate one molecule of aldehyde. So alane is formed as well as this particular RO minus is also formed, which will be complexed with lithium plus. So now this RO minus will attack this aluminum center and thereby it will form this particular complex where aluminum will be negatively charged and lithium will be there to balance this negative charge. So we already got one reduced product which is basically an aldehyde. So it will again undergo reduction and finally it will produce the desired alcohol. Okay. So now what will happen, this particular aldehyde molecule will again take an hydride from this particular lithium aluminum derivative. So this will be the alkoxide and it will be the alane derivative. So now the same thing will again happen. This O minus will attack this aluminum center and it will eventually convert it into the corresponding lithium aluminum hydride derivative. Two types of alkoxy will be there. This is the OR group from the ester and this alkoxy is from the reduction of the aldehyde compound. So this new lithium aluminum hydride derivative will again undergo a reaction with another molecule of ester. Two hydrogen atoms is there, so it can reduce one molecule of ester again. This final compound will be obtained where two RO group will be there and two OCH2R group will be there. So this part is basically important part. This will give the desired alcohol. Then simply the aqueous workup step will give us two molecules of ROH and two molecules of RCH2OH. This particular alcohol is of our interest, and one molecule of lithium hydroxide will be obtained and one molecule of aluminum hydroxide will also be obtained. So this is the main product of the reduction of ester compounds. So here if we quickly look at the stoichiometry of the reaction, then we can easily understand that one molecule of lithium aluminum hydride can reduce two molecules of ester. At first what it is doing, it is reducing one ester compound and it is producing this particular intermediate. In this intermediate it already has two hydrogen atoms. Then it reacts with another molecule of ester and it basically reduce it to produce this particular intermediate. So basically one molecule of lithium aluminum hydride can reduce two molecule of ester compound, and that's why the stoichiometry will be 1 mole of ester plus 0.50 mole of lithium aluminum hydride. The ratio will be 2:1. Now let us consider the reduction of an amide. One hydride will be shifted or donated to this particular carbonyl center, which will produce this alkoxide anion. Okay, and it will definitely combine with the alane to give us the new lithium aluminum hydride derivative. So another two molecules of amide will react with this particular compound, and thereby this new lithium aluminum hydride derivative will form. So now this species, what will it do? It will react with another molecule of amide, and it will basically donate its remaining hydride, but the alkoxide will not combine with the alane which will be formed. So the alane which will be formed is this one, and the alkoxide will be this one, right? So now this aluminum center is basically electronically saturated via the conjugation of this particular oxygen lone pair. 3 alkoxy group is there, so 3 oxygen atom will donate electrons into the vacant aluminum 3p orbital, and thereby reducing its Lewis acidity, and that's why this particular alane will remain in this alane form. And now an interesting step will happen. So we can represent this particular alane like this, right? So now what will happen? This nitrogen lone pair will form a carbon nitrogen double bond, and this particular carbon oxygen double bond will break, and aluminium will form a double bond with oxygen, and this will produce this particular imine compound, where nitrogen is positively charged. So this particular carbon nitrogen double bond is highly activated. So now what will happen? A lithium aluminum hydride will donate a hydride to this particular center, and thereby it will be saturated, and it will generate the final product, which is this one. Right, so this is our final product. So like this, the remaining 2 alkoxy groups will again undergo this kind of transformations, and eventually they will produce 3 equivalents of this particular amine derivative. We need only 0.50 mole of lithium aluminum hydride and 1 mole of amide. Okay, so these are the stoichiometric ratio in case of amide reduction. So in case of amide reduction, this is our product. The carbonyl group will be basically converted into a CH2 group, but the amine unit will remain. The last mechanism is about the reduction of carboxylic acids. So let us first write down the balanced equation for the reduction process, then it will be easier for us to understand the mechanism. So 4 molecules of carboxylic acids, 3 molecules of lithium aluminum hydride, 2 molecules of water. This water is in the workup step. This will give us the reduced alcohol, 4 molecules, 3 molecules of lithium aluminate, and 4 molecules of hydrogen gas. So now let us consider the mechanism. So at first, the carboxylic acids will react with lithium aluminum hydride. Since carboxylic acids has an acidic hydrogen, so this hydrogen will immediately react with the lithium aluminum hydride. So before anything can happen, this step must occur, and this will produce this intermediate. Then the reduction process actually starts. So here you have to understand that this free carboxylic acid, due to the presence of this kind of resonance, the electrophilicity is very less in this particular carboxylic acid carbon center, less electrophilic. So after it combines with aluminium, the electron deficiency somehow will be increased in this particular carbonyl center, and it will become somehow more electrophilic. So if we write down the structure like this, aluminium is negatively charged and lithium is there. So the hydride attack will take place in this particular carbonyl center. So another molecule of lithium aluminium hydride will come into action. And this particular bond will break and it will produce this intermediate. So after the formation of this particular intermediate, what will happen? This O minus will form a carbon oxygen double bond here, and immediately this carbon oxygen bond will break and oxygen aluminium double bond will be produced, and either of these three carboxylate will leave the system to maintain the aluminium valency. So what will happen? One molecule of aldehyde will be generated. So here aluminium is 4, valency is 4, so it will be negatively charged. One lithium will be there. And remember one thing, that here after transferring this particular hydride, one molecule of alane will form in the reaction medium, right? So after elimination of this particular carboxylate from the aluminium center, it will eventually combine with this particular alane. So we can easily write the carb arrow like this to show it in one step. Another intermediate will be this one, and here will be the lithium cation, this cation. So up to this step all the mechanisms are clear to you. Now let us go into the next step. Here this particular aluminium center has no reducing power because it contains no hydrogen atoms. Only this aluminium center has reducing power due to the presence of 3 hydride attached with it. So what will happen? One of these 3 hydride will then be transferred to either of these 2 carbonyl center. So if we consider this particular transformation, so we have already obtained one molecule of aldehyde, so I am now not considering this one. So after this hydride transfer, this will be the new intermediate, plus here a alane will be formed. So this particular lithium will now be attached with this particular O minus center. So now what will happen? This O minus will form a carbon oxygen double bond. Here also carbon oxygen aluminium double bond will be formed, and this particular carboxylate will be eliminated from the system, which will then eventually attack this alane, right? So it will then produce, right, plus one molecule of aldehyde plus the new lithium aluminum hydride derivative, which is this one. Here aluminium will be negatively charged, lithium plus will be there. If we write the structure like this, then one possibility is that this particular hydride will be shifted over this center, this bond will break, it will reform, and this particular carbon oxygen bond will break, and it will eventually combine with this particular aluminium center. So aluminium is having 4 valency before and after the hydride migration. So the new species will be this one, where aluminium still have 1 hydride left. Here it will be negatively charged, 1 lithium plus will be there, and we will have another molecule of aldehyde, right? And the final step obviously will be this one, and it will eventually produce the last aldehyde molecule, and we will get a molecule of lithium aluminate, right? So here up to this step, how many aldehyde molecules we got? Here is 1, 2, here is 3 and 4. So total 4 aldehydes we obtained. So they will now undergo further reduction. So 4 molecules of aldehydes will then undergo further reduction by lithium aluminum hydride, and we all know the mechanism of what will happen. Obviously this particular intermediate will be formed, it will be negatively charged and lithium will be there, right? So this will be the intermediate, and then we have to perform an aqueous workup. So if we perform the aqueous workup, then what will happen? We need only 2 molecules of water, and after the reaction is come, these 4 hydrogen atoms or 4H plus will be transferred over these 4 alkoxide anions, and this will eventually generate 4 molecules of alcohol. So this is our main product, and along with what will produce 1 molecule of lithium aluminate will be generated. So the reaction is totally complete. So this is the mechanism of carboxylic acid reduction. So here how many equivalent of lithium aluminum is required? So here you got 1 equivalent, here you got 1 equivalent, and here you got 1 equivalent. So total 3 equivalent of lithium aluminum hydride is required. So the proportion will be 1 mole of carboxylic acid plus 0.75 mole of lithium aluminum hydride. So this will be the proportion. So this is it for this video. In the next video, the other functional groups like nitro, imine, those transformation, the reduction of those functional groups will be discussed. So thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video.